Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening. Today's topic is about having no fear because God is near. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from one of our sponsors.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love, because helping you put your faith into action is at the heart of what we do. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Have you ever wondered, is the Bible true? For 3 millennia, seekers of all kinds have asked this timeless question. Now best-selling author, entrepreneur, and philanthropist Mark Gerson offers a unique answer through social science. In his groundbreaking new book, Gerson reveals the 21st century social scientists are asking the same questions that the Bible has been answering for centuries. And his conclusion? The Bible is true. Absolutely, comprehensively, and enthusiastically true. Through this monumental work, Gerson connects biblical wisdom with practical modern issues covering topics like how to choose a spouse, building a happy marriage, raising confident children, overcoming adversity and fear, succeeding in business, and much more. And the best part? All author proceeds benefit African Mission Healthcare, a nonprofit Mark co-founded, bringing life-saving care to millions through Christian missionary physicians in Africa. Order your copy today at www.godwasright.com.
Have no fear, God is near. Written and read by Keri Eichberger. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust, and am not afraid. Psalm 56, verse 3 and 4. I have battled with worry, anxiety, and fear since before I can remember. In fact, I wrote a book about these hot topics. And I've often wondered if people knew how much I still struggle in this arena, if they would think I had no business weighing in on such weighty issues. If so, my comeback defense would be, if only they knew how much more I used to be consumed by anxiety and constant unease. Because the truth is, my considerable progress might suggest some serious gained wisdom. And something else that perplexed me as I began to bring this message into the world was the volume of people who actually believed worry wasn't a personal primary problem. Well, I have 2 things to say to my contemplations. 1, God truly has helped me win more and more over my worry. And 2, no matter how much someone thinks they don't worry, they actually do much more than they realize. Which brings me to the conclusion, we all need God's constant reminders that we don't have to fear, because our good and sovereign God can be trusted. How about you? Do you struggle with worry and fear? What about your thoughts? Do you find yourself consumed with an idea, a plan, or circumstance? And do you try to control outcomes or tend to frequently strive for perfection? If we got really honest, I bet we could say yes to these questions more than we'd like to admit. I've become convinced that worry is wrapped up in all those things, and ultimately, fear is at the root. Unresolved fear that is soaked in misplaced faith and misguided trust. You might be very well aware that you have unresolved fear and worry, or maybe the enemy has been sneaky with you and you can hardly see it. Either way, we all have it. So for the sake of helping us win this war over worry, I have some reminders for both of us. Truths that I know I need to continue to place deeper and deeper within, again and again. In the face of any thought that stirs up unease and swells with uncertainty, or in the midst of any situation that starts to overwhelm, there are a couple truths we need to reclaim. That God is in control and that God loves us. If these two statements are true, which they are, we have absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Easier said than done, I know. But God has every single detail of our life under His authority. And God loves and cares for you perfectly and unconditionally. You, me, all your people, and all of His people. So that means we can relax. We can slow down. We can let go a little more. We can enjoy life a whole lot more. And we can breathe a bit deeper and move much more freely. Intersecting faith and life. As you consider whatever has you worked up about whatever, will you reclaim and replace your faith and trust in God with me? Friend, we can trust Him. We can live with less fear because our good, sovereign God is always near.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
Has fear stolen your peace? I'm Jennifer Slattery, lead host of the Faith Over Fear podcast, helping you fight your fears and grow your faith. Subscribe at lifeaudio.com.